Hi everyone, welcome to Michelin King. I know we've not had any of these videos in a while, and I thought why not make one? So basically what we do in these videos is we go through some orders that have come through, just because it's quite a good indication of what people are buying. um, but seasonal as well. So we're well into summer. The temperatures are really starting to rise, and it just gives you a look at what people are buying. But there always will be, there are some anomalies within this. So, for instance, here we'll start off. We've got Stephen's order, um, and Stephen has went for Polar as one of his waxes. Now, interestingly enough, Polar is a very durable wax. It's probably something more akin to autumn and winter season. But what I would say is if you do quite a lot of miles, you want a high gloss finish, you want something that's very durable, then Polar's ideal. Because the reality is the wax has no idea whether it's summer or winter. A winter car wax traditionally used to mean that it was solely focused on protection. But what we can do at Michelin King, we make all the waxes in-house, is we can engineer the waxes to basically do what we want them to do. So with Polar, I wanted a longevity wax, but I wanted a really high gloss wax. Because again, you don't really, the durability is great, but you want the car to look nice as well. Sometimes you can find with the durable waxes, the finish really dulls down compared to if you were to choose a Polar or a Fortitude or an Armour, that type of thing. So what else have you went for, Stephen? So Stephen's also went for a Decon shampoo, so it's an alkaline-based shampoo, and what that does is it helps to break down any oil-based matter that's on the paint. So that can be anything from car wax to sealants to organic fallout, that type of stuff. So it strips back all the old stuff. But what you've got to do when you buy that, and I see Stephen's bought this as well, is Pure. You need to buy Pure as well, because an alkaline shampoo on its own won't get rid of a good quality car wax unless it's towards the end of its life. So you really need some sort of mechanical abrasive in there, and that's where Pure comes in. So Pure is a pre-wax cleaner, or a paint cleaner nowadays is probably what you're more familiar with. Essentially what it does is it does what the decontamination stage doesn't catch. So it catches the rest of the stuff, because Decon shampoo, for instance, any type of alkaline shampoo, it won't be able to do the job. It's kind of like brushing your teeth with soap versus toothpaste. So you need that you need those abrasives in there just to get into all the nooks and crannies. So that's where Pure comes into its own. Another interesting wax for this time of year is Honey. So Honey is our high beeswax wax. It's a very high gloss. Now, we've got some new waxes that are on the website just now, and I thought I would just give you some other options. So although I absolutely love Honey, it's a fantastic wax, it's very popular. Now that Crema, so Crema just like you get in the coffee, is available, I would be more tempted to go for Crema than I would Honey, simply because I just prefer the finish. I think it just looks a wee bit nicer. Crema's only really available through the summer months, whereas Honey is available all year round. Honey's more durable, that's what I would say. Honey's more durable, it's still got a high gloss, but Crema is that all-out show car finish, which obviously in the winter time is it's not always ideal. The next wax that we have that's new to the range is Lomond. So just like Loch Lomond, which is a big area of water in Scotland, Lomond is a very wet look wax. Just, Loch Lomond's water. And I thought, why not go for why not name a wax after that? So again, lovely wax. If you like the wet look wax, then go for Lomond. Next up after that is Showcar. So Showcar's just been restocked on the website as well. Showcar is year in, year out, one of the most popular waxes that we do. We have two versions. So we have our summer version and our winter version. So this Showcar will probably be one of the last batches that we make. and then it will go on to your autumn winter style show car. But I really like it. Lovely, easy wax to use. Nice quality oils in it as well. Just a step up from the likes of Crema and Lomond. It's just, we would call that into the upper core range. So anything sub £100 is the core range. That's the very popular waxes. Anything over £100, you're getting into your upper core, your more specialised stuff. Just a wee bit nicer oils. There's more. The waxes are a wee bit more expensive, so there's a wee bit more room for manoeuvre in terms of getting nicer oils and things like that. So if you are a wax connoisseur, then I would say get your show car. Last but not least, we've got Albert. So Albert has really taken Michelin King by storm. It's a very popular wax. I really like the label. It's a wee bit different. So we're making some Albert today. It's a purple colour, and just as it says on the wax, on the label, sorry, it's a high gloss deep finish. So quite different to the other three that we've mentioned. The other three, the finish is really on the surface, whereas Albert goes a wee bit deeper than that. So it's a very interesting wax. Very nice indeed. So that's the four that are new on the website: Crema, Lomond, Shocar and Albert. So let's get back to some orders. So we've got Ian. I'll just stick to first names, guys, just in case you've not got permission for buying. And he's went for Snow Foam version 2. So version 2 has been out for a while, to be fair. It's just a pH neutral snow foam. A lot of snow foams that are on the market just now are going towards alkaline. We would advise not using alkaline products too often. The maximum that I use an alkaline product would be once every season, so 4 times a year, and that's it. I don't bring in alkaline products. I don't really use citrus pre-washes and things like that, simply because if the car's got a wax on it, and a lot of our customers wax and protect their paint often, you don't really need the pre-wash type of thing. You don't need the alkaline pre-wash. The other thing to bear in mind is alkaline's a very nice term. These products are degreasers. That's what they are. So alkaline products are degreasers, and as the name suggests, you don't really want to be using a degreaser on your car too often. They were brought in on a commercial type of thing. They were originally for trucks and tractors and things like that, but obviously as the industry's changed since the 50s and 60s, these are now commonplace within the detailing lineup. But again, it's not something I would use all the time. We've got 3 different shampoos that you can choose from. One of them is wax infused, called Chera. It's probably my favourite shampoo. There's a pH neutral shampoo called Spa, just a very bare bones, no fragrance, just a standard colour, that type of thing. So if you are really into your waxes, that's probably the one I would choose, because it doesn't add anything to the paint. It doesn't have silicone or anything like that in it. And then last but not least, you've got your alkaline based shampoo, which is called Decon. But again, I would only use it if you're wanting to strip stuff off the car and you know you're going to essentially rehydrate or feed the paint again, because this stuff is very drying, so you don't want to use it on the paint too often, just for that reason. So next up, Ian, you have went for Wax Plus, which I think I need to pour some. Wax Plus is a funny product because it used to be, years ago, it was just really a winter product. But SiO2 products, the spray versions, are so popular now, excuse me, that we now sell it all through the year. So there you go. Who have we got next? Kieran, I'm not sure. Apologies in advance. So you've went for RPM version 4. So RPM's a wax that has been with us for a long time, and what we do every now and again is we reblend it. So this is version 4, so that's 2025. RPM is a very traditional paste wax. So Carnauba wax, a couple other waxes in there as well, and it's a great price point as well. So it's a very good wax, really. £22.50 is on the website with the discount at the moment. You've also got Titan and Pure in there. Again, these are two things that I would always say. If you don't have Titan or Pure from us and you're looking to place your first order or your 100th order, make sure you've got Titan and Pure. They're definitely one of the two standout products in the whole detailing industry. Pure is one of these products that doesn't really have a competitor anymore. Everyone that uses it loves it, and it takes off the grime. That's the main thing. The only way to get really shiny paint is to have really clean paint. The best way of doing it is just the prep work is so important. You know, you could have the most expensive wax, and yes, it would look, there's no doubt, it looks better than one of the more entry-level waxes, but if you spend the time with Pure, machine polishing the paint, etc., it's just, don't build your house on sand. You know, make sure you've got a firm foundation, and that's where Pure comes in. So Michael, you're up next. You went for a litre of Armour. So Armour is a high temperature wheel sealant. It's a spray on, buff off, SiO2 based, extremely good at what it does. One of the reasons that we use this is obviously traditional wax melts at about 60 or 70 degrees. So this is why you need something that's a high temperature, and ideally a liquid's quite easy because you can spray it into the areas, especially if you've got challenging alloy wheels. So we'll do some of the international orders. We've got stuff from all over today. So first up, we've got Jonathan, all the way from Las Vegas. So thank you very much for that. It's party town. Straightforward, right into it. He wants all out gloss, so a litre of glaze and a litre of Titan. So again, fantastic choice. We've got Mark, all the way from Texas, and he's went for Elegance. So Elegance is a concourse wax, fantastic wax, and it will look particularly good in your climate because Texas is so warm and the humidity really helps as well in terms of just, I almost think it's like you're spit polishing the paint to an extent. If you've got high humidity, it just, I don't know, obviously in Scotland it's quite humid as well, and I just tend to think it seems to help a wee bit. But that could just be my opinion. Next up, we've got Jesus from Malaga in España. So you've went quite a few things here. So Diamond Seal, that's our Carnauba wax infused sealant. Cloak, which is a product you use to mask fine cobwebs and things like that. Lily, it's the highest gloss wax that we make. Pure is, again, the paint cleaner. Glace is a Carnauba wax spray sealant. So a lot of spray waxes that are on the market at the moment are very silicon based, whereas glace is a more traditional Carnauba wax. You can even smell it when it's from the liquid. Endurance, again, slightly different. It's a hybrid Carnauba wax, so you got some silicon in there, but the difference is Endurance is the highest gloss spray sealant that we offer. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Titan, high gloss sealant. So again, we're looking at a lot of gloss stuff here. Chera, which is our Carnauba wax infused shampoo. Fine compound polish. Quick detailer. Lomond car wax. Snow foam. Couple of free waxes in there. Elixir, which is our 70% T1 Carnauba wax. And Lemon 200ml. Next order is from China. We ship all over, guys. We use UPS, so as long as you've got an address, we can ship to you. And there's various payment methods as well, so don't Yeah, doesn't matter where you are, we can get the parcels to you, unless there's a postal strike. So first up, we've got RPM version 4, which was covered with the order ending 062. Trossachs, I really like this. It's a wet look wax. Similar style of wax to Lomond, different ingredients, but it's of the same ilk, so that sort of wet look finish. Next up, we've got all 4 50ml Caribbean waxes. I've put Miami into the Caribbean as well, just because there's such an influence there. You've got a lot of Latin America in there as well. So you've got Hawaii, you've got Miami, there's a couple others. So he's went for all 4 in both 50ml and 200ml, just to make sure you've got the full collect. This is what we're dealing with, guys. It's just about the enjoyment of having the products, using the products. So this is not unusual. If we bring out, we'll have customers today that will come in to buy all 4 of the new waxes that we've made. So again, this is pretty standard stuff, and we are very thankful for that. You know, we're a very fortunate position. Honey, again, lovely high bees wax. Cherry Burst. Cherry Burst is just kind of fun version, so it's a petroleum-based wax with a cherry fragrance, just a nice wee pocket wallet-friendly wax to buy. Next up, we've got Kyle. So Kyle's probably got more waxes in his place than we do. So thank you very much, Kyle, for your support. So Kyle's went for Lomond, Showcar Wax, Polar, Honey version 3, Club Privé, which I've only got 2 left, and then a couple of free gifts in there. So a free 200ml, free 50ml wax, and a free 50ml liquid as well. So most of the stuff we're getting packed just now. It's quite busy at the moment, guys, so I do appreciate your patience. We're just trying to get through things as quickly as possible. More on the international side, there's quite a lot of stuff to go out there. So, but we are just working through it as quickly as we can. So get yourself onto the website if you get a spare minute for your lunch today. And as I said, the new waxes on the website would be Crema, Lomond, Showcar, and Albert. Obviously, if you've not been on the website for a while, there are others on the site as well that you might not have seen before. So take a look around, and there is a nice summer discount on just now. So, and with that, I shall love you and leave you. If you've got any questions or anything like that, we have a WhatsApp group, and the phone just sits next to the laptop. You can obviously email, you can phone, you can send a telegram if you want to do that, letters, whatever you want. So thank you very much, and in all seriousness, you know, thanks very much for the support that you've given Michelin King, and you know, onwards and upwards. Thanks again. Bye bye.